Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Tiger webinar. I'm Lori Ann Mecco. We have a great presentation ready for you today. I'm the NTID Director of Alumni and Constituent Relations. I'm one of your moderators this evening. We want you to know that the RIT Office of Alumni Relations has a lot of interesting programming scheduled for all Tigers in the coming weeks, including new virtual content, learning opportunities, networking, and career assistance. Before I introduce our speakers, there are a few housekeeping points that I'd like to go over. So with that, I will hand it off to Ron Goldberg. He is the Senior Director of Alumni Relations. Ron, take it away.
Good evening again, Tigers, and thank you for joining us. All attendees have joined in mute mode. However, your questions can be entered in the Q&A box at any time throughout the discussion. We'll make every effort to address all your comments and questions throughout the webinar. This webinar will be recorded and made available in the coming weeks. A communication with how to access the recording will be sent out and also posted on our website. If you have any technical questions, please feel free to type those into the chat box as well, and we'll do our best to get you the appropriate answers. We would also like to thank our Access Services team for helping us make this webinar accessible for all of our alumni. Real-time captioning is available within the webinar, and our interpreters will be spotlighted during the presentation. Now on to our session. We're excited to share with you some information about our upcoming domestic trip, Pioneer Adventures, a national park adventure. This exclusive holiday from Scottsdale, Arizona to Las Vegas, Nevada explores the red rocks of Sedona, Lake Powell, Monument Valleys, mesas, and the eerie spires of Bryce Canyon, and is fully accessible for our deaf and hard of hearing alumni community. We are happy to have a few of our partners from both Trafalgar and Destination America with us to share some information about the trip and answer all of your questions. Ian, thanks for joining us. The audience is all yours for some introductions.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Ron. Thank you to everybody. I really want to start by saying hello. Hello, Tigers. Thank you for welcoming us today. I hope I got my signs right. I've been practicing, so I hope that all came out the way it was supposed to. I've got just a short presentation, or we have a short presentation that we're going to take you through today. I will note that in my view, I'm going to see if I can bring up just some Q&A or questions in case anything comes up as we're going along, because otherwise I can just see my presentation. But if anybody has anything they want to interject, especially on the panel side, please do so. Otherwise, we will be well and underway. So just a second here. So to start us off, and hopefully you can just see the main Meet Our Team screen. I'm going to look for a nod from Ron there. Very good. So just to introduce our team, my name's Ian Kiner. I'm the shorter fellow to the left of this screen, and I'll be taking us through the beginning of this presentation. I'm joined by a great team. The first one I want to introduce is Sally Harrington. So Sally is our group specialist. As you begin to make bookings for this trip and join on to this group and questions and getting ready to go for the departure in September, Sally is going to be your go-to person. So you'll all get to know Sally very well. And then I'm especially excited to welcome Rich Quirk to the presentation today. He's going to co-host with us. And he's got a special section coming up when we really get into the details of the itinerary. And I'm excited Rich is joining us because Rich is one of our destination experience specialists, and his expertise is in the very national parks that this trip is going to. So he's going to be able to add a whole lot of really fun and interesting and insightful information. So let's start with talking about Trafalgar. So Trafalgar, that's who we are. And we are new to the travel game, so you know your vacation is in good hands. We have over 73 years of experience packed into each trip, into each week, into each day, into each moment, so we've got you covered. Over the years, we have created magical moments for over 5 million of our guests. It's impossible to recount each and every one of those moments. However, I can assure you that each one is special and unique to each of our travelers. So with Trafalgar, you can be confident we'll deliver an amazing vacation. Then all that's left for you is to sit back and enjoy the journey. Why Trafalgar? Well, it can really be summed up by 2 words. Tour differently. Dream holidays without the stress of the, what are we going to do? What are we going to see? What if? That's what we specialize in. We design our tours so you can experience the world differently. You'll get the personal service, the attention to detail, and ease you're looking for while enjoying the extraordinary experiences you've always dreamed of. Tour differently isn't just what we promise, it's what we deliver. So let's talk a little bit about how we deliver. So our vacations are built off 3 distinct core values. And these are important to understanding who we are and what the experience of this trip is going to be built around. Vacations are always better when they allow you to connect with the people and places you are visiting, to give you a local's perspective of the regions you are going to. We connect you, our guests, with the true heart of each destination, with iconic sites, but also allowing you to go beyond the guidebooks. To break bread with the locals, discover hidden gems, and make a difference to the world around you. Travel is so much more than sightseeing. It's truly about connecting to the destination itself. We also ensure you will experience real ease. Trafalgar takes care of all the logistics and the planning with each itinerary. Each vacation is personally handcrafted, as is the trip we are talking about today. This means that they are all built on expertise and guest feedback. Our teams of passionate trip builders, including Rich, who we'll hear from in just a little bit, take great pride in creating the best experiences for you, our guests. Therefore, you as travelers don't have to worry about how to get to each place, where to go, how to see it. You can just sit back and enjoy a stress-free vacation that only really requires you to arrive and have a wonderful time. Now, by delivering on the 2 previous points, we ultimately want you to experience real joy. We know each traveler has their own idea of what makes a joyful vacation, so we make sure to include free time and trip enhancements in each itinerary. Therefore, you, the traveler, can decide what you want to experience at each destination. This means you have flexibility and choice as to what a perfect vacation is for you, and create those personal and unique, lifelong lasting memories. So let's talk for a second about some of the folks on the ground that are going to facilitate this for you. On the ground, on the trip, we're going to have a couple of key components. We're going to have our trip directors, our tour directors. Our tour directors for this particular trip, as Ron mentioned at the very beginning, will be ASL speakers. They will be fluent in sign language and be able to carry on the trip as is necessary for all of our guests. In addition to that, we're going to have our local specialists. Trying to discover a new place is hard on your own, or can be really hard. Yeah, sure, you can wander around these beautiful places and take in the sights, but now you're going to be escorted by engaged and skilled experts, and more importantly, introduced to truly passionate locals. We ensure you get to see the region through the eyes and expertise of those locals, who will often reveal hidden secrets and cool stories that you're just not going to get anywhere else. And most importantly, ensuring you don't miss out on a single thing. Now, this is just a quick slide. I can tell you all the amazing things about what we do and why we do it. And Rich is going to tell you some really exciting things about the itinerary we have planned for you. But you don't have to take our word for it. We have a lot of guests, 5 million guests, that have all returned very excited from their trip. And they use words like fabulous and knowledge and great. But the thing we're really proud of is our guest satisfaction result. So completely external, we score 4.7 out of 5 stars in guest satisfaction. That puts us above giants out there like Apple, even Disney. And it's something we are immensely proud of, that our guests are returning from their holidays and their vacations with such amazing feedback and incredible memories. Now more than ever, well-being is key. So to have peace of mind, knowing that we're by your side is really critical, that we're taking care of everything on a journey where your well-being comes first, that your solution to worry-free travel starts with us. Trafalgar is very, very proud to have the endorsement of the World Travel and Tourism Council. Their Safe Travel stamp recognizes that we have implemented strict well-being standards and include a 3-step well-being protocol. Also, you'll enjoy risk-free and flexible booking terms and a perfectly planned vacation, which is what we're going to get into in mere moments. But before we jump into the next section, I do want to share a quick video that will hopefully encapsulate and really share what Trafalgar is all about.
What makes up the good life? Someone asked me long ago. Is it money or fame that classifies? I said politely no. It ain't no lost philosophy to take time out in the heat to connect with friends and family and good people that we meet. Experience the moment, let go and just be free. Kick it back around the world, it's living such a good life. Na, 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 na. Good people, good times, it's the good life. Na, 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 na. Good people, good times, it's the good life. Na, 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 na. Good people, good times, it's the good life, good life.
All right, so the good life. The good life is when you find yourself in the moment, when those experiences and the community, those new friends that you're now traveling with, when you find yourself in the moment and you're completely lost in it, you have definitely reached the good life. So that's a little bit about Trafalgar. That's a little bit of what we're proud to offer. And I think a big reason why we're able to have this opportunity to talk to you today. Now, I know everybody's ready for adventure, but I think we need to have a little bit of fun first. So let's play a little trivia. Now, the way the trivia works, pretty simple. I need everybody to grab a pen or a pencil and some paper. If you have a crayon or a highlighter, anything that you can write with is fine. Anything you can write on is perfect. We're going to have 10 slides, 10 images that we're going to share with you, and it's up to you to guess the image. So we're going to put up a picture with a little bit of a hint, and you tell us, where is that? Well, you tell yourself. You write down where you think that is. Because we're tigers on here, we know we can use the honor system. So you're just going to self-mark yourself when we get to the answers. And then at the end, we'll see who got all 10 right, maybe 9, maybe 8, and there is a prize at the end. On the off chance, or with the expectation that we will have a tie at the end, we will just draw randomly and select that winner. So hopefully everybody's ready. You've got something to write with, got a piece of paper. You don't need to put anything in the comments at this time. You can just write and score your stuff, and we will start off on the trivia. And hopefully everyone saw the little hint down below. If you've had a chance to look at the trip itinerary prior to this, then you should be well on your way, as every single picture is something you will encounter on this trip. So number 1, name this UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay, just write that down on your own piece of paper. And now we'll go on to the next one. What famous roadway covers 8 states and 3 time zones? I grew up in the Southwest, so I have spent countless miles on this road, and some of my favorite places are all along here. So go ahead and write your answers down on your own piece of paper, and we'll see at the end how many everyone got right. Who's this cute little creature? What's the name of this awesome bird? All right, everybody have that one? Let's try the next one. Who knows the name of this lake? An absolutely beautiful, beautiful lake. The topography and the scenery around this location is absolutely unbelievable. I'm sure everybody's doing really good so far. Let's try the next one. Where can you find this cowboy? I think the neon might give this one away. Sure, I'm sure people will do really good on this one. All right, moving on. How about this place? Fun game to play in this location is just to describe it. And I found that this is one of the most difficult places to describe because every adjective seems perfect, but not quite right. Every description seems exactly right, but still not quite enough. Where do you think this spot is? Okay, we've only got a few left. I'm sure everybody's doing fantastic. Who is this ferocious beast? Now, much earlier on, we were talking about some of the animals that you can encounter while on this trip. And while sometimes you'll see different wildlife and so on, this character and its herd and family, you think you stand usually a pretty good chance of encountering these guys from time to time, especially in the places we're going. Not always, sometimes the wildlife is shy. These guys are quite frequent, certainly roaming around. All right. Now, no trip is complete without the food, and certainly the food in the Southwest is exceptional. I am partial to it, having grown up in the Southwest myself. But who knows what these desert delights are? I know it's about dinner time for a lot of our attendees, so I hope this isn't making you too hungry. All right, I think we only have 2 left. Who knows the name of this absolutely breathtaking valley? I'll give a hint. If you've seen Forrest Gump recently, you might have a better idea of where this is. All right, I think we've got one last picture left for our 10-question trivia. Who knows this building? Now, I'll give a hint. This isn't one that you're going to encounter on this itinerary, but as an alum, you may have spent a few times passing through these doors. All right, I think everybody's done a great job, so let's start looking through these. Let's see if we had anybody who got all 10 right. So of course, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is indeed the Grand Canyon, and one of the first stops we will make on our itinerary. Number 2, I hope a lot of you or all of you got the famous roadway, which is Route 66. Did anybody get this cute little creature? this gorgeous little bird. Now, as the bird from the state bird from my home state, and the coyote's arch nemesis, I hope everybody knows the roadrunner. And the lake here, Lake Powell. Absolutely beautiful spot. I have some great opportunities to do some really cool things in and around Lake Powell. I'm sure if the iconic cowboy didn't do it, all the other neon certainly did. But yes, this is the end spot for our trip, which is in Las Vegas. Bryce Canyon. The mule deer. I don't know that ferocious is the right word for a mule deer, but ferocious beast nonetheless for the crew. So these are delicious cactus fries, and I don't know how many people on the call have had a chance to have them, but they're strips from the leaves, or the I guess I don't know what the proper horticultural term would be for them, but from the prickly pear cactus, and they are very good. Monument Valley, for those of you who picked up on the Forrest Gump reference, it was at Monument Valley that he decided to stop running. A great, great scene. And then this is, of course, the Alumni House at RIT. All right, so I hope everybody did fantastic. So did anyone, if you got all 10 right, just put your name into the chat now. If you got all 10. All right, if you got 9, put your, oh, wait a minute, hold on, Grace. Grace got 10. Oh, wow, fantastic, Grace. Did anybody else get all 10 right? Well, Grace, I am impressed. So as I mentioned, we do have some prizes for you. So Grace, congratulations for getting 10. Make sure you send a message so the Alumni Association can get in touch with you. But from Trafalgar, we're going to give you a $100 voucher for a Trafalgar trip, for this Trafalgar trip, of course, as well as some really amazing gloves from RIT and NTID. That we will make sure that you get. So $100 for you to use on this amazing trip, as well as then those really, really cool tiger gloves. So well done, Grace. I'm impressed. Good job. Well, there we go. I should have pushed this slide up sooner. Congratulations, Grace. All right. So let's really start getting into why we're here, and that's to dive into the specifics of the Pioneer Adventures of the Old West, which is the custom group that's been organized by the RIT and the NTID Alumni Associations. It will be accessible for our deaf and hard of hearing travelers, as well as just be an absolutely outstanding trip. I want to now introduce Rich Quirk, or reintroduce Rich Quirk, who's one of our absolutely outstanding destination experience experts. He is an expert in the Southwest National Parks, and certainly has had his hand in many of these experiences and locations. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it off to Rich, and he's going to start taking us through the itinerary.
Thanks, Ian. Yeah, the Pioneer Adventures of the Old West, I'm going to date myself, but this is a trip I've been working on and off since 2007. So, excuse me, yeah, 2007. Oh my God, it's really been that long. So one of my favorites, some incredible national parks, some indigenous culture, Lake Powell, it's just an amazing trip, and can't wait to tell you guys a little bit about it. So, as we see right there, it's an 8-day trip, 7 nights, kind of fits into that nice 1 week time frame, which is perfect for people. And there you can see September 18th, 2021 is our start date. So the trip starts in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Kind of a great starting point. Plenty of airlift into Phoenix, really easy to get to. Some incredible resorts there. If you're a golfer, get out early, play a little bit. But really, it's a starting point. Get together with everyone, all your fellow travelers that night at a welcome reception at the hotel, and then get a good night's sleep, because the next morning's when things really kick off, and we get headed on up towards the Grand Canyon. But we'll leave Scottsdale. We'll pass the famous saguaro cacti as we make our way north, and then one of the hidden gems in the entire Southwest is Sedona, Arizona. It doesn't get enough love, but there you can see a picture of Sedona, just these incredible red rocks just coming out of seemingly nowhere, just south of Oak Creek Canyon. And one of the cool parts about when we're in Sedona is we actually have what we call a your choice sightseeing. So we give all the guests on the trip the option of what they want to do in Sedona. It's a choice between two different Jeep rides, kind of one going off-road into the back of the Red Rocks, or you can do an easy asphalt Jeep ride, kind of sticking to the main roads. And if the Jeep ride isn't your thing, we also offer a trip on what they call the Magic Trolley of Sedona, kind of visiting on a trolley tour, fully narrated, some of the key sites in Sedona, the energy vortexes as they call them. But spent about 90 minutes there on the trolley getting to know Sedona. So it's a great little opportunity to kind of pick and choose what you really want to do for that time. We're in Sedona. And then we eventually make our way up to Williams, Arizona. A lot of history in Williams. One of the very last real Route 66 towns, basically in the 1980s. The highways came in, Interstate 40, pretty much all of Route 66 got decommissioned, and pretty much Williams, Arizona was the last true Route 66 town in really all of America. And it still kind of has that Route 66/Western feel to it today. And we'll get together for a Be My Guest dinner that night with a couple of locals, Judy and Dan. Dan kind of puts on the whole Western garb, the cowboy feel, and they host a private Be My Guest dinner for our groups there in Williams, Arizona. So kind of a really fun day, not too fast paced, but a lot of fun in getting to know your fellow travelers. But day three is maybe the most special and dramatic on the trip. We'll take the Grand Canyon Railway in the morning from Williams. It's about 2.5-hour ride through the Kaibab National Forest, and will take us right to the rim of the Grand Canyon, one of the natural wonders of the world, UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and one of my favorite places on earth. I joke to people every once in a while, I get to go up there on business. I tell them, hey, I'm going to the Grand Canyon on business today, and people just laugh. I think I have the greatest job in the world sometimes. But the railway is a great way to kind of get up into the Grand Canyon, kind of that old romantic way of traveling. I'm a sucker for trains, so I love it. It'll drop you off right basically in the Grand Canyon Village by the El Tovar Hotel, the Bright Angel Lodge. I have a little bit of free time. Get that amazing view that you can see kind of looking right on the 18 miles across the canyon there, a mile deep, Colorado River down at the very bottom. That afternoon, Ian talked about the local specialists being a big part of the Trafalgar itineraries. We will meet Canyon Tim, real name Tim Wilson, kind of a local specialist, knows everything about the canyon, geology expert. And we'll get our groups down there at one of the famous viewpoints called Mather Viewpoint, and incredible view of the Grand Canyon. Spend about 45 minutes to an hour telling them all about the canyon, everything you ever want to know about the geology, the history, the flora, the fauna, the wildlife. So Canyon Tim will really kind of give everyone a little bit special, something that they wouldn't get if they were traveling on their own. And of course, that night, one of the special things about Trafalgar is overnighting there inside the national park, at the national park lodges, not having to drive back out to Flagstaff or Tucson, but to actually overnight right there in the heart of the Grand Canyon. The next day is one of my favorite days because we really get to explore kind of the indigenous cultures, specifically the Navajo. On our way out of the Grand Canyon, we'll stop at Cameron Trading Post where people can try the famous Navajo fry bread, pick up a few Navajo handicrafts, artisan goods. And from Cameron, they'll make our way to Monument Valley there on the Navajo Tribal Park. And we'll join another local specialist, an Navajo guide, who will lead us on about a 90-minute trip through all the buttes, the spires, the mesas, the incredible scenery of Monument Valley. Super Bowl on Sunday, I wouldn't be surprised to see Monument Valley in a commercial or two. It's one of the most famous spots for television, for movies, for TV shows. We mentioned Forrest Gump stopped running right there, an iconic movie scene. But this is a really special day. Like I said, you really kind of get a deep dive down into the Navajo culture there in Monument Valley. And we'll eventually make our way to Lake Powell, where we will overnight for the next 2 nights there in Lake Powell. So day 5, as you guys saw the picture that we showed before during the trivia, just incredible scenery. Lake Powell Resort right there on the edge of the water, where we'll be staying for the 2 nights. And then it's kind of your choice as to how you want to spend this day. You can go on out to the lake and do all your favorite water activities. But this is the day we offer a couple optional excursions if you'd like to partake. One is a float trip on the Colorado River in the morning, incredibly scenic trip that people they go nuts over it, actually getting to float down the Colorado River with these giant cliffs on each side of you. It's about a 3-hour excursion. And then that afternoon, if you want to get out on the lake, we offer an optional cruise out to Antelope Canyon, one of the most scenic places in all of the Southwest. So a couple really cool things. If you want to get out to the lake, do your own thing, do some water activities you can. If you want to help plan your day with the Colorado River float trip and or the Antelope Canyon cruise out there in Lake Powell, we'll do that for you too. But a couple of great days there in Lake Powell. All right, so the following day is when we are going to head to Zion National Park. We'll eventually make our way to Bryce Canyon for the next 2 nights, but Zion is really the highlight of this day. It's where we spend the bulk part of this day. I absolutely love Zion National Park. It's one of my personal favorites. A lot of people will kind of, when they think Zion, they'll kind of think similar to Yosemite. You're basically in kind of a long valley. It's about 15 miles long. And the one thing that I love about Zion versus Yosemite is the cliffs on each side of you. They're about 2,500 feet up high, and they just seem so close. I mean, you're feeling like you really are in this narrow canyon. And you got the lush scenery down there at the bottom. You got some waterfalls, just incredible. We will have the bulk part of the day there, so a lot of people like to get out to Zion, stretch their legs a little bit, and there's a few different hikes. My favorite one to do is probably one of the easiest hikes. It's the Emerald Pools. It's about 2.5 miles if you want to do all 3 pools, but it's right outside of Zion Lodge there, kind of right in the heart of the park. That's where all the shuttles start and end. If you want to do something a little bit more strenuous, you can obviously take a shuttle system through the park, which will lead you to a lot of the different trails. And if you just want to see more of the park, hop on that shuttle and do the loop. But we'll spend the bulk part of our day in Zion National Park there. Like I say, absolutely one of my favorites if you've never been. Just one of the mighty 5 of Utah, and just an incredible spot. So from Zion, we make our way the short distance to Bryce Canyon National Park. We will spend the next 2 nights. And there you can see Bryce right there. If you look on a map, it's amazing. I mean, Zion and Bryce, they're sister parks. They look like you can almost just throw a stone from one to the other. Very close together, but completely different in the look, in the feel of the park. Bryce Canyon sits up at a little bit higher elevation. And it's not actually a canyon at all. It's actually a series of natural amphitheaters. And the iconic sites of Bryce Canyon are what are known as the hoodoos. Those are kind of those orangish, reddish spires that you see popping up straight off. It seems like they're coming right up from the ground there in all these different amphitheaters there throughout Bryce Canyon National Park. We pretty much spend the entire day at Bryce. So we are going to take you to all of the best viewpoints in the park, to the visitor center. And then we also encourage people to get out and hit a few of the trails, do a little bit of hiking through the amphitheaters. One of the favorites is there's a couple of viewpoints. One is called Sunrise and one is called Sunset. And obviously great viewpoints to go and see sunrise or sunset. But there's about a 1.1 mile trail that connects those 2 viewpoints. Pretty easy hike, but definitely kind of gets you down into the canyon a little bit. And that's a great way to spend your afternoon. But like I say, no shortage of things to do in Bryce, and I can't think of any better way to finish up a trip through southern Utah there. And then finally, we on day 8, we make our way from Bryce Canyon back to Las Vegas. We'll do a drop at McCarran International in the afternoon, and then we will continue on to the Las Vegas trip for anyone that wants to extend their stay on the Strip. And we'll say goodbye to our travelers after our newfound friends after a great 8 days. So that's just a little bit. I mean, I could go on and on about the Strip. There's so many little finer nuances, but those are the big points to talk about. Those are the highlights of the trip. And I think, as you can see, through 8 days, there are many highlights to be sure. So as I say, one of my personal favorites, everything from Sedona to the Grand Canyon to Monument Valley to Lake Powell to Bryce and Zion. I mean, you're packing a ton into basically 1 week. So just an incredible trip.
Awesome.
Ian,
thank you.
I'm going to throw it back to you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Rich. And we've, just for everybody who's on, we've definitely timed everything out to give you ample time for Q&A, to ask us any questions you might have on the trip. But certainly it's amazing. And Rich, thank you so much for adding your expertise to curating the experiences that are available to everybody on this trip, and then for sharing all those with us today. So then we're almost through, just a couple last things. So just some little details that are important. So what's included in the trip? Of course, all of the accommodation that we talked about, the transportation. So starting in Phoenix all the way through to Vegas. We've got those 11 meals included in there. Of course, sightseeing, the opportunity to customize and do some of the other experiences that you might want to do for your own, just for your own personal curiosities and for the things you're interested in during that free time. And of course, unforgettable memories. And all the details on this trip can certainly be found on the alumni events page. You click through there, and I'll let Ron kind of fill you in a little bit more on that. But if you click into the events page, you'll see under September, we've got the trip listed. You've got all the details there. We've also got contact details for Sally. If you have any questions after the call, you can certainly call or email her and get those questions. And you can start getting your space held on this trip so you can be sure to go. Just to kind of wrap up with the slides, if anybody wants to take a screenshot, you don't have to memorize any of this. If you wanted to write things down, if you still got your pen and pencil, you're welcome to, but all of this same information is on the alumni events page. But a $99 deposit, you're set, you're good, you're guaranteed, and we've got you on the trip, and we'll just look forward to hosting you come September time. So thank you from all of us at Trafalgar for allowing us to print. Allowing us to present. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and come back in. Again, I want to thank Rich for sharing all that great information with us, as well as everybody who's so far been supporting us on this call. So our wonderful translators, and of course, Ron and Lorianne for giving us the opportunity to not only present this, but the opportunity to host this trip for everyone at RIT and NTID. So over to you, Ron, until we jump into Q&A.
Yeah, so anyone who wants to ask any questions or has any questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A or chat box. Our first question for Ian is, they want to know, can I cancel my trip if I change my mind? How much do I have to pay? And looking for some more information on fees if they do change their mind, and or how much they need to pay up front as well.
Absolutely. So it's a $99 deposit. The $99 deposit is non-refundable. However, it is a lifetime deposit. So if you're unable to travel in September with RIT and NTID on this trip, your deposit can apply to any future trip, either with the Alumni Association or just through Trafalgar or any of our sister brands.
Great. Any other questions at all about the trip? Okay, so says the screen says it includes transportation, meaning during the trip, correct? Or does it also include transportation to the destination? So
sorry, say that again, Ron.
I think she's asking whether air is included or not.
No, air is not included. So air would be, you do your own air. We would provide you with all the details for when the group is, the meeting times and so on, but then you would do your air into Phoenix and then returning from Las Vegas.
Great. There was a question earlier. I just want to make sure that everyone saw it. So the question was about different choices going on local tours. I know Sally answered it in the chat, but it looks like they're maybe looking for some additional clarification. So when they went on a cruise in the past, they had to be with, there was a few deaf people, even though they had a choice of tours as a group of deaf, they had to go all together to pick just one of those tours because of the limited number of interpreters. So for example, she and her husband wanted to go on a tour of museums. The other couple wanted to go water snorkeling, but they were forced to go together and choose only those tours.
Yeah, so we're based on the numbers that we're going to have. We will have 100%. We will have our tour director, like any other trip. Our tour director will be fluent in ASL and you'll be able to run the trip, whether you're hearing traveler or hard of hearing or deaf. For the experiences themselves, the free time excursions. Yes, there will be certain limitations that may exist depending on the excursion, the experience itself. As you can imagine, it's very difficult to provide an interpreter for each particular experience, not knowing exactly what everybody's going to want to do at any given day. But we will provide written materials, and certainly in the Grand Canyon and in other destinations, we'll provide those written materials as well as have our trip director, our travel director there, and do everything we possibly can to make that as wonderful of an experience as we can.
Okay, great. And we knew this question was going to come up. People want to know, what about COVID? Any travel restrictions, vaccine requirements? What happens if the trip, can't happen because of COVID?
Yeah, so for us, there are no specific COVID requirements. We follow the guidelines of the states and the jurisdictions we're traveling in, whether it be a domestic trip or an international trip. For this particular trip in Arizona, Utah, and into Las Vegas, there aren't any vaccine requirements or any of that case. Certainly those who do get a vaccine, that's wonderful, it's great. I know I'm on the list to get alerted when I can get a vaccine where I am, but no, you don't have to have a vaccine. And as of even today, you don't have to quarantine or anything of that nature or have any sort of negative test results coming into Arizona, Utah, or Las Vegas. As best as we can assess what's going to happen as we get through 2021, we have every intention for this trip to run fantastically. We have put in a number of protocols and things in place for well-being, whether it be the wearing of PPE, face masks, the sanitation of the coaches, the protocols that we put in place with the properties we visit, the hotels we stay in, and the places where we eat and so on, making sure that the protocols in place are adhered to, and doing everything that we can to tick the boxes as best as anyone can for that well-being component. But as far as requirements for us, there are none.
Great. So wait a minute, see if there's any last questions, if you want to pop them into the chat or the Q&A. Okay, somebody's asking, what are we driving in between destinations, whether it's a tour bus or other type of transportations?
It is. So it is a luxury motor coach that you will be on. You'll be on the same coach from start to conclusion. These are fantastic coaches, and I'm not just saying that because that's what they are. They are actually very, very clean, comfortable. The majority of them average, I think, about 2 years in age. They have Wi-Fi on board, at least in places where we have Wi-Fi available, a signal that we can connect into. And some of the more remote places coming through the Navajo Nation, there may be limits on that, but they certainly have Wi-Fi. USB ports for in-back charging. There's even often a loo on the coach if the distance between some to get up. But we also do make those comfort breaks along the way, so nobody has to use the coach, but that is there. But the coaches are absolutely fantastic, comfortable. I personally, this is a big deal for me, I'm 6'4" and a fairly tall fellow, which will tell you that picture at the beginning, the giant was really, really big. And I ride comfortably in the coach without any issue. Even when it's, you know, packed and seats around, I'm quite comfortable.
Great. Somebody's asking, what happens if they arrive late or miss part of the trip due to late arrival?
Yeah, so I guess logistically speaking, I don't know if that's how they're asking it, but logistically speaking, you'll have the full itinerary. You'll know where you are. You'll have the contact details and means to reach the trip director, as well as then we have our 24/7 support. So if you do miss out, then you know, we're going to continue on the trip and let you know where we're going to be. Now you will need to make your way to wherever that next stopping point is. So if you're late arriving into Phoenix and we're arriving up to Williams, then we will let you know where we're going to be, and you can join us there in Williams.
Okay. Somebody's asking, how many people on the tour are we expecting?
Well, that's kind of up to you guys. For social distancing protocols, the coaches hold anywhere between about 49 to 52 people. To maintain social distancing, we've cut those numbers back so we can put a little bit of additional space on the coach. But really the exact numbers that are going to be on the trip, it's going to really be up to you guys. We won't fill the coach because of our COVID protocols, but the exact number is really up to the folks on the call.
Okay. And as far as interpreting, based on the number of people that will be attending, would that be adjusted?
Yes.
Perfect. Will you provide suggestions on what to pack or bring for the trip?
Yes. Yeah, we will, in your trip documents, we'll have suggestions for what you need. Because we're staying in, you know, great accommodations and so on. You know, you're going to want to prepare for, you know, unpacking at those various stops. Certainly, if you're going to be doing hiking, you'll want to bring appropriate shoes and footwear. If you're going to be doing any of the water sports on Lake Powell, you'll certainly want to prepare for that. But yes, we will provide packing suggestions. Ultimately, we won't tell you exactly what you need to bring, but we will give you certainly suggestions and things to plan for. In September, you could have extraordinarily hot days. You could have extraordinarily cold days. So you want to kind of prep for everything. But yes, we will absolutely provide those things recommended to pack.
So another question is, can we bring family? The answer to that question is absolutely. Bring anyone you want. And then they want to know, you know, is the pricing the same for family as well?
It is. It is. Family, friends, anybody you want to have join you, everybody's welcome.
And then there's a question about travel insurance and whether that's needed.
Yes. So we strongly encourage it. It is a requirement. You don't have to buy it from us if you you know, would prefer to get travel insurance, or you have travel insurance through another mechanism. By all means, you are covered. If you do not have travel insurance, then we can certainly offer it to you. But yes, absolutely, you should 100% have travel insurance, not just to cover the unexpected things for the trip, but for any potential accidents. You just want to make sure you've got that all situated. And I just see Sally just popped into our chat a link to the travel insurance segment, so you can read kind of what we provide and what all is included. But yes, do strongly encourage everyone to have travel insurance.
Great. Another question just came in, whether you will help pair up single travelers if there's a request for that.
Yes, so this may be a little bit different for if you've done any sort of group travel before. So we don't charge extra if you're traveling solo. We will absolutely do room matching. That usually starts to take place a few weeks before the trip begins. Certainly on the trip, we can adjust that room matching as is necessary. If you do want a solo room, you want to be on your own, then there is a single supplement that you can pay. and that ensures you will have a room to yourself. But otherwise, if you're traveling solo, we'll happily do that room pairing with you, and it's the same price, with that room sharing and so on.
Question: what sorts of events are your guests hoping to experience?
Rich, I'm going to let you take that one.
I'm not sure I get the question. What kind of events?
Yeah, so let's see if we can, Lanisha, if you can clarify your question, that would be great. And while we're waiting for that, if there's any other questions, definitely feel free to put them in the chat. Somebody mentioned maybe they're referring to local/cultural events potentially. Oh, no, that's a different question. Why don't we go to the next question and we'll come back to that one. Ian can answer the next one about meals and what meals are included and what are not.
Yeah, so there's 11 meals included. Breakfast is included every day. And then we have specific meals. I know Rich had mentioned the Eat With that we do in Williams with the local couple there in Williams. But 11 meals total. So you've got all your breakfasts, select dinners that are special and merit that inclusion. Otherwise, we're not telling you where to eat. We're not telling you when to eat. If you want to try fry bread or the fried cactus fingers or anything else to your liking, you can certainly do so.
Okay, so we're still no clarification yet, but
We have 3 dinners on the trip. Well, one, the Be My Guest dinner in Williams, then we have a dinner in Lake Powell at the resort there, then a farewell dinner in Bryce, and then we also have the welcome reception in Phoenix, Scottsdale. So kind of 4 evening meals in addition to all the breakfast. So.
okay. So clarification did come in. They're asking, what can we show RIT and NTID alumni to make the trip special and memorable?
Well, I think, and I'll let Rich, if he wants to jump in after this. I don't want to sound too grandiose on it, but really the entire trip, especially for the destinations that we'll be going to. If you've never been to any of those locations, or even if you have, I'll never forget the first time I saw the Grand Canyon. I'll never forget the first time I was in Monument Valley. And certainly a place like Monument Valley, when you start talking about the opportunity to actually engage with a Navajo guide who is going to share the history and the story of his people, and why Monument Valley isn't just beautiful, but why it is very, very special to the Navajo people and its place in their culture and what it means. That's really just one example, but all throughout, you're going to be absolutely blown away by the places you're visiting and the destinations you're seeing. And it really is, when you get into the depth of that local immersion with those local guides and the stories they can offer from Tim and the Grand Canyon and all along the way, you're going to come away with knowledge and insights that they're not just there typical for the typical tourist. We really want you to be able to immerse yourself in that destination. And it is those types of experiences that are going to just blow your mind.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the national parks are the cornerstone of the program, are Zion, Bryce, and then of course the Grand Canyon. But there are some really just memorable hidden treasures along the way. I mean, I'll be really mushy here that I actually proposed to my wife up in Sedona at the top of Airport Mesa at sunset. So Sedona is one of my favorite places in the entire world. But it's people have heard of it, but it's not easy to get to. Kind of halfway in between kind of Flagstaff and Phoenix there. So most people don't make their way to Sedona. Just absolutely incredible, the Red Rock country up there with Oak Creek Canyon right next door. So yeah, in addition to all the big boys of Lake Powell and all the national parks in Monument Valley, little places like Sedona or Cameron with the Navajo background there. Yeah, some really neat spots. Williams, Arizona. I mean, there's not many places where you get kind of that old Western Route 66 feel, little small town feel there, even if it's only just for the one night before you take the railway into Grand Canyon the next morning. So in addition to all the big boys, there's some really cooler, smaller spots as well on the trip.
Great. Okay. It's probably be our last question. We're getting about time to wrap it up. Somebody's asking about expectations around tipping and what they should expect as far as tipping while they're on the trip.
Right. I don't know, Rich, do you want to take that one as well?
Oh, I think right now, boy, don't quote me because it constantly changes. You never need to tip any of our local specialists or any of your at any of your hotels for the housekeeping. I believe it's somewhere in the neighborhood of $6 or $7 per day per person for both the travel director and the driver. Like I said, I think it's kind of fluctuated kind of between 5 and 8 over the years, but you can, if you want to say $6 or $7, obviously that's for great service, which I have no doubt you'll get. But that's kind of the going rate for both the travel director and the driver. But you never need to, you're never tipping at any restaurants. You're never tipping any local specialists. All your housekeeping, that's all on our dime. So that's all a part of your trip.
Great.
And Ron, I do want to come back to just one of the earlier questions, because I think this is an important one. So for the duration of the trip, we will have the ASL Fluent travel director for the entire trip with the group, all of the time on the coach, before, after, in many of these locations where the group is together, and a lot of all those included activities. The travel director is going to be right there and is going to be there with the group, being able to communicate and sign with whomever our guests are, whether they're hearing, hard of hearing, or deaf. Where the availability of that travel director and that ASL ability will start to differ is on those free time experiences. We don't want to restrict or hold anybody to doing anything in particular. Everybody should be able to and can do what they choose to do. And in some of those cases, if you have an activity, there may not necessarily be an interpreter or an ASL speaker immediately there present, but certainly that travel director will do everything in their power to make that experience and whatever free time activity you want to do as accommodated and as wonderful as they possibly can.
Great. So with that, we're going to hand it over to Lorianne and have her wrap up things for us.
Oh, thank you for that information. Thank you, Ian, Sally, Rich, for everything, for your expertise in the explanation of the trip. Thank you all for joining us this evening for the alumni, and thank you for joining us this evening. We are so excited about this upcoming trip. As mentioned earlier, we will be sending out information on how to access the recording in the near future. Also, if you're not already connected to the RIT and NTID Alumni Association social media channels, we encourage you to do so. These links can be found in the chat box. There's some information in all these links, so just check them out. There are several virtual events coming up soon in the next couple months. The Alumni Association would like to include you in as many as possible. To celebrate Black History Month, we're excited to welcome Adrian Miller, and that's on February 9th. Adrian is a James Beard award-winning food writer, an attorney, and a certified barbecue judge, and will be hosting a session on soul food. Also coming up, the College of Engineering Technology is hosting many fellow alumni on February 11th. And this is during the CET Alumni Rising Stars Award. And on February 17th, we're excited to offer a Club Mackenzie session and that is titled Maple Syrup and Our Environment. You can see and find all of our upcoming events on the rit.edu alumni/events on the website. We're hoping you can join us. Thank you once again for being here this evening. I hope you have a good rest of the evening. Take care. Bye, everyone.